Joel, what's the reaction after the weekend? Obviously, only one win in the last 6 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's we always liked a big victory. We try to beat victory, especially at home. I think we want to create Coopers to be a fortress for us, and make it really tough for teams to come here. So not to pick up all 3 points, I think is disappointing. But I think in the same breath, we can look at the positives and take the positives away from the performance. I think we didn't really give them too many opportunities in front of goal. Obviously, a fantastic strike to get them back in the game. So it's a performance that we're going to build on and take into Friday night.
Do you think the reshuffle, no Carl, Harvey at centre back, players ill and falling injured, had any sort of disruption in the lead-up?
No, I don't think so. I think all the players know the responsibilities of everyone. We know how to operate as a team. I think Harvey stepped in very well, experienced player. I think that was his first time ever playing centre back in his career, and I thought he did extremely well. And with Carl out, we still know what we have to do as a team. We know our structures, we know the way we want to play football, and I thought Mark stepped in beautifully.
Do you think the pressure is mounting at all?
Not at all. I'm not feeling it personally. I think we're building from week to week. The results haven't been as consistent as we would have liked. Everyone knows that, but we're not even halfway through the season yet. So we're still in the 6, we're still fighting for finals, and we're still within touching distance of the top 2. So picking up points is important, yes, but we know that things will come good.
Obviously, Mark took over on the weekend, but does Carl get in touch after the game at all? Or does he do a little Zoom team meeting yesterday? How's that?
No. Mark took the review of the game. Obviously, Carl spent a few days away from training. Health is obviously number 1 priority, and he's expected to be back with the team, in the coming days.
How is it for you? Obviously, a bit of a reshuffle at centre back. Mentioned Harvey having to play there. Even last season, there were so many combinations of centre backs. How is it as a goalkeeper when you really haven't had the opportunity, bar maybe the second half of last season, when you had Lockie and Alex together, to have a stable, solid 2-man defensive partnership?
No, I mean, for me personally, it gives me more of an opportunity to become more of a leader. Communication is extremely important, especially at the back, and I guess being the one that's there consistently, it's good opportunity for me to try and step up. But like I said before, everyone knows the roles of the team defensively, and whoever steps in, we're 100% confident in them.
How are you guys dealing with what seems like a lack of momentum after the World Cup break?
I think we're dealing with it fine. I mean, it's not ideal, no, but we still know, how to get back to our best, and I think we're building towards that. I think the Central Coast game was a bit of a blip in the recent results. I think, again, the game against Victory was a step in the right direction, and I think we're building from week to week. That Mariners game, like I said, was not ideal, but I still think that's probably a bit of an outlier in our most recent performances.
First strike on the weekend, do you feel like you could have saved it?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, Nick's made a habit of scoring some great goals against me. So, no, I don't think there's too many keepers in the league that could have really stopped that one. But, yeah, no, fair play to him.
How crucial is it now to get a win with the team just under you on the ladder?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think every week we want to be picking up 3 points. We're going to look at the way they play, and they are very aggressive man-on-man team. And, I think it's a good matchup. I think at home as well, like I said before, we want to make this a fortress. We know it's a tough place to come. We know players and teams don't like coming here to play football. So I think 3 points is really important Friday night.
How does it feel going to a game when they've got so many attacking threats? The bench is stacked. Azani, Noon were on the bench on the weekend. As a keeper, what do you think when you're coming up against a team with so much firepower?
Bring it on, really. I like the challenge. I like those opportunities. There's lots of teams that have great, attacking threats. I think that I trust everyone in front of me to keep the chances to a minimum. But if they come, they come, and that's when it's up to me to do my job. I think it's really exciting for me to come up against quality players. You want to be playing against the best players you can. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Saw you put up a photo the other day of you and Huge when you looked about 7 or 8 years old. What was the story behind that?
I was about 11. I looked a bit young for my age. No, that was about 6 months when I moved back to Australia. I spent some time in New Zealand growing up, and I just moved back, and that was about when goalkeeping for me really became a serious thing. And Huge was someone that I looked up to, was close to home and could come and watch and try and learn off him. So yeah, it's quite surreal to be in the position I'm in now, where now he's teaching me.
I don't know what your parents' background is, but are you eligible to play for New Zealand?
Yeah, my mum's from New Zealand, so
Have you had any contact from them?
no.
I think on commentary on the weekend, I think it was Simon Hill mentioned that you could be potentially one of the candidates to fill Matt Ryan when he eventually, in a few years, still got a lot of time left in the tank, does step down. Is that a goal of yours to take that number 1 jersey eventually for the Socceroos?
I think it's anyone's goal to represent their country. It's not something that's in the forefront of my mind at all. It's something that I think is a reward if you were playing at a good level for your club. So that is the main goal for me, is to play consistent football for Adelaide. And if a result of that is to be called up for the Socceroos, then that's just an added bonus to me, but it's not something that I'm thinking about.
Question without any thought from me. Are you able to play at the Olympics next year?
No.